like stand-up is like, I can do this at the drop of a hat. I do it every day, all day.
Yeah.
So you can't spring a set on me. It's like, I'm ready to go at any time.
You can't just spring a set.
You know what I mean? I tell people all the time, like, I could do this. I could go. Like,
yeah,
I could walk out of here right now and they go, yo, they doing a show. I could go right now.
Bam.
I could do this like that.
So when you, like, last week, by the way, I have portions of that on tapes.
What?
It was, they thought the ladies sleep in the crowd. She thought she was Chris.
Oh,
she thought she was, who's his brother? Chris Brown?
Yo, so last week I'm on stage at the Laugh Factory, Ruby Tuesdays. Shout out my brother Ruben Paul. Has a dope night in LA. If you in LA on a Tuesday night, Laugh Factory, Ruby Tuesdays, dope show. So I was closing the show last week, and no need to say the names of the comics that were on the show, but there were about 4 or 5 comics before me, and everybody on the show said, man, this audience is trash. This audience sucks. This audience is horrible. This audience. And I don't subscribe to that notion. I don't believe there's a bad audience. I think you just have to get them from a different angle or try something different that everybody else is not doing. So I sat there and watched every comic go up. You saw the show.
Yep.
Every comic went up and like, you guys suck. You guys are awful. And I came all the way down here. And you guys, and I'm just upstairs watching the show like, I don't believe that they're a bad audience. I don't believe it.
Energy was weird in there.
Energy was super weird.
Super weird.
I give you that. Energy was super weird. It was like, you know how like energy is like after a fight and everybody's trying to settle down in the club and get back to a good time? It kind of felt like that. Yeah. Similar. And I'm just watching like, I don't think they're bad. They're not laughing. I will say that. They wasn't laughing that much, but I don't think they're bad audience. And finally it was my turn.
Went up there, bang.
I lit into that room.
Kicking people in the face.
Hit, just kept going. Applause breaks on jokes. Callbacks, they got applause breaks. Laugh breaks. I had to stop the joke to let people laugh. And when I got off stage, I said to Rube, everybody kept saying they were bad. I don't subscribe to that. And then like it was funny you asked that question. Because when I walked off stage, I don't know if you saw it, it was a young guy in the room, young comic in the room. Young Indian guy.
Didn't you call him up or say
no, not that. No, I was about to walk upstairs and he said, this is how young he was. Mr. Rock.
Okay.
And I turned around like, what's up, man? It was almost like the Coca-Cola commercial when I threw the jersey. And he says, how did you work that? Like, because everybody was like, the room's bad. And but what you did was amazing. And I said, bro, I don't subscribe to I said, first and foremost, I don't subscribe to a bad audience. I don't believe an audience is bad. I think everybody has to just do something uniquely different to get them. That was the case where I couldn't do it the way they were all doing it, just like joke. So I changed that in my favor. Also, I was always told, if you're not going to take the blame when the audience is bad, don't take the accolades when the audience is good.
Oh, yeah.
If you get on stage and you kill, that's all you, right?
Yeah, right.
But if you get on stage and you bomb, that's all them.
That's all them, yeah.
Can't be that way.
Shifting.
It got to be bad me, good me.
Right.
So that's another thing I was taught. So I was telling the young guy that, and I'm walking up the stairs and he just says, Mr. Rock, that was amazing, Mr. Rock. And I'm like, I appreciate that, man. And I was like, I said, of course, I'm like, you a comic? He's like, yeah, I just started. So I was like, cool for him to see that everybody went up and said, bad audience. But the one guy that came up and said, I don't think they're bad. I just don't think you guys are going at an angle that I'm about to go at, you know? And you saw what happened. I don't got to toot my own horn. You saw what happened when I got up on stage. It was a totally different show.
Yeah, you changed the energy and it just happened to be you the last dude. So it's yo, that was cool.
But with all that said, hold on, sorry to cut you off. With all that said, there was a young lady that was sitting at the side of the stage with 2 grown-ups that we all assume were her parents. But she had her head down on the table, knocked out cold. And everybody got up on stage like, oh, this chick's sleeping in the room, man. She's fucking sleeping. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to go that way. I'm not going to go that route. So I went on stage and was like, yo, y'all all saying she's sleeping. Can somebody check on her? They might not be her parents. I said, what if they drugged her and they trying to drag her up out of here right now? And we all sitting here like, look at her, she's falling asleep. She's like, somebody please call my mom. Somebody call my mom. So I changed the whole dynamic of that table, You did something which totally changed their energy. They were like, oh, we didn't think of that. Wait a minute, is she okay? And I was like, you okay, sweetheart? And then she lifted her head up and said, hey, I know you. Aren't you Chris Brown's brother? Which also changed the energy in the room.
Yeah.
And I was like, then everybody, of course, we were talking about last episode how people laugh because of surprise.
Surprise, yeah.
So what I said surprised the whole room. When they, aren't you Chris Brown's brother? I said, you know what, bitch, go back to sleep. Let them kidnap your ass. So it was like that. Yeah. They didn't expect that coming. Boom, room explodes. Yeah. But you were there to see it. I don't subscribe to bad audience.
Yeah, you entertain them with something different in a what? Yeah, it was surprising.
Yeah, that was a good night. That was a good show. Ruby Tuesdays, every Tuesday, Laugh Factory on Sunset, 8 o'clock show. Check it out.